In our next segment, we're going to go out to the Mosaic Youth Theater in Detroit, where we find out how theater is not only entertainment, but it transforms lives.
I'm building me a home. 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 This earthly house.
It's not just a place. It's not just a theater company. It's very much a family. It's very much the people that make it up. And just as in a regular mosaic, you have each individual piece that could stand on its own as a work of art, but when you put them all together, it feeds into something so much bigger than us all.
We really saw there was a lot of potential in the city. There were a lot of young, really talented people who didn't have any opportunity in school or anyplace else to do theater.
And my soul's gotta have. And my soul's gotta have somewhere to stay.
A group of young people who were totally committed. We did with very little or no money, but it was based on the kids, on their energy. We started out wanting to do theater. You know, hey kids, let's put on a play. We started out with a bunch of really talented singers that we wanted to have people hear them sing. What we learned along the way, that a lot of different cultures came together, and that everything was done as a group, that the young artists had as much input as we did, that the material that we produced on stage was their voices as much as they were ours. It was the culture of the young artists that we were putting out there on stage.
Within the past few years, we've helped over 1,000 young artists throughout the Metro Detroit area pursue their dreams.
The people who are here still have something to say, and the way that these young artists are able to say it is through their art.
There is so much more that we can do, just given the time and the opportunity. I just bursted out into tears because I couldn't believe we had this fantastic facility with our own black box that had our name on it, and Mosaic singers finally had their own room where they could practice. It's just incredible to see what it used to be and what it is now, and I'm really excited for what the future holds. Going through this program, it has been very clear what Mosaic stands for with regards to professionalism, how you present yourself in public, with regards to how you treat the people around you.
I don't really believe I would be inspired to follow my goals or my aspirations that I want to or that I wanted to as growing up. I think Mosaic gives you that outlet to explore possibilities.
As a person, Mosaic has always represented a place that I can call family. I remember feeling this incredible sense of being a part of something really big, a part of something really special. As an artist, it taught me so much that translated into my work in college and afterwards.
It's changing lives by opening up minds and worlds.
'Cause we all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem.
Where I see Mosaic in the future, there's always going to be young artists who need a place to come together and express their art. And I think that there's always going to be a market for that. There's always going to be people who are interested in seeing that and experiencing that. But I know that the need will always be there.
The sky is the limits for Mosaic. It's nothing that Mosaic couldn't accomplish. What I would like to see is it to go so far that everyone in the United States knows who Mosaic Youth Theater of Detroit is.
Those of your needs that you won't let show. So lean on me.
Especially in times like now, in terms of the economic situation in the country and in the world and in the city. Art is fluff. Art is frivolous. Art is something that we will have money for after we pay for all the other basic needs. Art is a basic need, and I guess that's the one thing I would want to say. It's not something extra if we get a chance. It is a basic need just like air and food and drink and shelter.
My name is Courtney Smith, and I'm in the acting company at Mosaic Youth Theater of Detroit. If I wasn't in Mosaic, I think that I would have dropped out of school. I don't think that I would be this close to college because I wouldn't have an outlet. Like, before I joined Mosaic, I was very quiet and angry, just young and angry. Joining Mosaic opened me up. It has changed me for the better.
Walking hand in hand together.